Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Face Off. As you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail, in this video, we are going to be doing a first overall pick tier list from the 2000s. So, I think it's pretty self explanatory. We're going to be ranking all of these players shown below in all of these different tiers. So, why don't we get started on the first one, which is Rick DiPietro. But first, real quick, I don't know if you want to go over a little bit on the tiers, what they all mean.
Yeah, so we have obviously Yakupov. Pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, I'm not gonna go much into that. Too soon. So a player's not playing for long enough where they're at a point where we can judge him. Bust didn't contribute much to the team. Not a waste of a first overall pick. Didn't pan out, so serviceable player, but nothing too great. All-star, so obviously really solid player, and superstar, first ballot Hall of Famer, whatever you want to call it, an elite player in the NHL.
All right, so let's get started on Rick DiPietro. So, for the New York Islanders, a draft pick in the year 2000, DiPietro was a goalie, so it's one of the rare instances that a team has gone out of their way to pick a goalie first overall. So that's pretty cool. He signed this massive contract with the Islanders, but overall was not the greatest for them, and he just couldn't click into his new team. So had a lot of potential, but just didn't pan out in the NHL. So I think we're gonna go ahead and put him as a bust.
Yeah, this is very simple, self-explanatory. If you look at the stats, it'll explain to you. Just didn't live up to the hype of a first overall pick. Next, we'll go to Ilya Kovalchuk. Now, he had a lot of really good years before he went back over to Russia. There was a point, I'm pretty sure he didn't quite get there, but he had 48 goals in one season, 46, so pretty close to the 50-goal mark. He went away for like 6 years, came back to LA, didn't do much, came back to the Habs, played with us for a couple games, had 15 points in 20 games with the Habs. His one thing about him was a swagger. And he was an all-star the whole time when he was with the Atlanta Trashers and the Devils, so we're going to toss him in the all-star category.
All right, so next we got Rick Nash, and you guys may remember this, but that insane goal he scored showed that he has all of the skill in the world to play in the NHL, and certainly he did pan out in the show, as, you know, he consistently scored like 20 goals, 30 goals, even 40 goals in some years. So I think it's pretty simple to say that he was at the all-star caliber level.
Yeah, for sure. He played in multiple all-star games. Rangers, Blue Jackets, Bruins. Those were his teams. Yeah, serviceable player. Not serviceable player, above serviceable player. Okay, so now we got Marc-Andre Fleury. Stud goalie in Pittsburgh. Led them to cups. Really good in Vegas, and then now he's in Minnesota, where he's kind of dropping off, but he's just because he's old. He definitely goes in the all-star category. Maybe debate to start, but he's definitely in.
I think he definitely had, if he kept it up a little bit longer, I'd say superstar, but it's kind of tough to put a goalie there. I think top of all-star is good.
Yeah.
All right, so now we will go to the great A, Alex Ovechkin, and I think it's pretty safe to say we're putting him in the bust category.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much to say about that one. Just kidding. He may pass Gretzky in all-time goals, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory why he needs to be a superstar. Led the Caps to a cup. Not really that much more you can ask in your star player. Let's go on to Crosby.
Same thing. Exactly. Literally the exact same thing that you said for Ovechkin will apply to Crosby, except he was a bit more of a playmaker, so didn't quite get the goal tally up. But the assist tally is definitely much more than Ovechkin. Guided his team to cups. He was the stud ever since he got drafted. The lockout year was his draft year, and it was about who's going to get Crosby, who's going to get the first overall pick. Shades to Lafreniere. Obviously, Lafreniere might not stand out. We'll talk about that later. But for sure, Crosby's a superstar.
Yeah, and the captain, right? So
yeah, exactly.
That says a lot, too. Now we're going to go into Erik Johnson. Now, I think this one is a fairly interesting one, considering if he is in the didn't pan out or bust category ahead of superstar. Okay, Pat, no. Okay, I think we're going to have to put it in didn't pan out, because he's still playing. He's still a very serviceable guy. He won a
Yeah,
cup.
you can definitely have
Avs,
him on
right?
your team. He's not bad. Yeah, he definitely won that cup. So he's definitely not a bad player. He's nothing special nowadays. Definitely not first overall worthy.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's not much to say. Now we got the man who just made the greatest return of all time in hockey, Patrick Kane. I'm just kidding, it's not. But came back from injury, signed with the Detroit Red Wings. Kind of a shocker, didn't expect that. But he has 10 points in 10 games, doing Patrick Kane things. He had 400 goals in 1,000 games with the Blackhawks. Stud, unbelievable. I think it's easy for a superstar here.
Yeah, exactly. Hall of Fame bound for sure.
Freaking
heartbreaker.
Scored the Stanley Cup winning goal. Was on their dynasty. So yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot on their resume. All right.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move into Steven Stamkos. So, Stamkos, obviously a great goal scorer, a fantastic one, I might add. First player in the 2000s to score 60 goals or something like that. Some crazy stat like that. He continues to still, put up some goals, and at his prime, he was fantastic. Won two cups, right? 2 cups, rather. I think it's fair to put him in superstar. I think he was that guy for Tampa, especially in his prime. And he's still, I think he's Hall of Fame bound for sure. I think he continues to do that, so I think he is a superstar.
Alright, I'm going to let you handle JT because you're the vice head.
Alright, okay. You got the next ones. But for John Tavares, I'm not going to be that guy and say superstar because he's good. He's very good. He's almost point per game in his NHL career. I think he needs a little bit more. He needs a Stanley Cup on his resume. Hopefully that'll happen this year. Yeah, so a lot of money, obviously, for a guy that is getting up there in age, but I think All-Star is very fair. He helped both his teams, captain of the Maple Leafs. I think All-Star is the way to go, and I think we should put him in that category.
For sure. I think he's... I mean, I might almost make the case he's ahead of Fleury for that.
I respect that.
Alright, we'll go to Taylor Hall now. So, this is interesting, right?
This is the Edmonton time.
Yeah, this is literally like the Edmonton era right now, but I honestly don't know where to put Taylor Hall. Obviously, he was an all-star, right? He went over to New Jersey after being with Edmonton, won the freaking Hart, right?
Yeah.
The Hart? Won the Hart. So, obviously the talent is there, but I don't know.
So, okay, you're right. I think this guy might be one of the most inconsistent players I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie.
Literally, I think
he's had so many ups. His highs are so high and his lows are not so high. Let's just say that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like New Jersey winning the Hart to getting traded to Arizona to going to Buffalo.
I think it's a hot take that he didn't pan out.
Well, okay. Let's see. In his prime. Okay, here's my case is he goes bottom of All-Star. I mean, that's he won the Hart.
That's warranted. That's warranted.
Okay. You got Nuge.
Alright, we're gonna go to Nuge now. I think there's not much to say. I don't really know if he's a bust. I think he didn't pan out. I mean, he's a very serviceable player. He can give you stuff that not many other players can give you. He's a very good center, very reliable. He's gonna give you points. He's gonna score. He's gonna pass. He's defensively very good. So he definitely didn't pan out as expected. I don't think he was ever going to be an all-star or superstar.
So I just want to bring up one thing. Could just be he's playing with McDavid, but last year he had 104 points.
Yep.
And 37 goals. This year he has 31 points in 31 games. He's consistently hit that 60-point mark in his career.
What, are you trying to persuade me to all-star here?
So I think just because of the recency bias, I think we have to go bottom of All-Star behind Taylor.
Fair. I'm not gonna agree with that, actually. You know what? I'm not. I'm saying he didn't pan out.
Okay, I'd say it's in, but I don't think he didn't pan out. Like he's 100.
I don't think he did pan out. Fine, we're gonna put him in bottom of All-Star.
Okay, I'd say it's in the middle, but we don't really have a category.
Yeah, it's in the middle for sure.
Okay.
Now we'll move on to Nathan
To
McKinnon.
Nathan McKinnon. All right. Okay, but I just want to talk about Yakupov a little bit. Drafted in, 2012.
There's nothing to talk about.
That draft wasn't the best. Let me say that. I'm just going to say a few words. Didn't pan out severely. That's the Yakupov tier. We're going to go to Nathan McKinnon, and I think it's pretty simple to say. He's won a cup with the Avs, led them there. I think we go superstar. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Easy take. He's unbelievable player. Any team would love to have him, and he's still so young.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron Ekblad's interesting. I don't really know. He was exceptional status. He got exceptional status when he was young. Obviously, that brings a lot of hype. He's gotten injured a lot, but when he's been healthy, he's been ridiculous. Like it's really hard to judge for a guy that gets injured like every year. I don't know if you
hard, but I think we have to factor that in.
Yeah, but look,
in
61 games. 61 games, he had 50 points, 42 assists, right? 15 goals, 42 assists, 57 points in the COVID year. Stud. But I'm going to say didn't pan out, but there's room to improve. He just needs to be healthy.
Fair. I think it's similar to a Nuge case, but I think didn't pan out gets the edge. All right. We got Connor McDavid. Well, okay, are we ranking the superstars? Are we ranking the superstars
at the end? At the end.
Okay, that's fair. We got Austin Matthews, and now we got Nico Hischier. So this is like, I'd say this is a tough one. I think we have another Nuge case. No,
I wouldn't say too soon, right?
He's fantastic. No, not too soon. I think we have time to judge. Like he's fantastic.
He's really good at what he's meant to do. They don't need him to be that good, right? So they don't need him to put up the 100 points. They have Mr. Jack, right? So
they need a guy to complement him, and that's what his role is.
Exactly what he is. So I honestly don't. I think he didn't pan out. Okay, I think he didn't pan out.
I think he's ahead of Ekblad.
But I think he's behind Ekblad. But I think he's doing exactly what they need from him, and you can't ask for much more from him.
Okay, I think that's fair. Rasmus Dahlin, I think there's a perfect tier for him, and I think that's all-star. He's really stepped up his game, especially defensively. Great player for Buffalo. That Buffalo team over there has a great young core, so I'd love to see what they're going to do in the future, but I think all-star is a good spot.
For sure. Jack Hughes is a superstar. We'll get that out the way. There's no questions there.
Yeah. So after his first few draft years, a lot of people were saying the B word, bust. Yeah. Not that one. But he has shown, in the last few years that he is him. He is that guy, and he has carried the Devils to pretty much where they are right now, alongside of Hischier, Bratt, all those guys. So yeah, I think superstar is fair.
Okay, I want to hear what you say about Lafreniere because I got something.
Okay, I think how's he doing this season? That's what I really need to know. However,
9 goals, 9 assists, 18 points in 32 games.
Okay, we need a little more from your first overall pick. But is it too soon? He's drafted in 20.
It's been 4 years. It's his 4th year in the NHL.
Wow, that's nuts.
Wow.
That's so true. But is it too... Okay, as of now, would I put him in a bust category, or would it be a didn't pan?
Yes, it's been 4 years and he's not showed anything good.
Okay, let's put him
other
ahead
than he
of
played on a... Yeah, of course. But other than he played on a good line with Kakko and Needle, now they split them up.
Goals.
They split them up, too.
That's true. Okay, I think that's pretty controversial, but I do agree with that. But Owen Power is where it gets funky. I think it's definitely too soon, though.
He's going to be so good. So good. But it's just, it's been too little of time. This year he has 13 points in 35 games. He's 6'6", man. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's gonna be very good. 30 assists last year. Just slowly getting his feet in the NHL.
Mhm.
Feet wet. Yeah, it's just too soon to tell, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Here's where I already know what you're gonna say, but let's go to Slavkovsky.
Yeah, it's
pretty
been
obvious.
first year was last year. It's too soon.
Mhm.
What do
So
you
what's
think?
his ceiling though? I think it's for sure too soon, obviously. But
Okay, so this is my argument to you, right? December 2nd, 2023, they put him on a line with Suzuki and Caulfield. Okay? Top
Mhm.
line. Ever
Yeah.
since then, he's averaged 20 minutes per game. His
Okay.
last 3 games, he's had 3 assists, 2 goals in his last 3 games. Okay?
Pretty good.
Many people and I see it as this is his breakout, okay? He's getting 20 minutes per game, top power play minutes. He's checking hard, he's hitting players. He's doing everything that we thought he was going to be. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star. I don't think that. I think he's going to be a very serviceable second-line player, maybe first. But he's 6'4", 225. He's everything you could possibly want in a power forward. And he's now slowly just starting to drive to the net, starting to do the little things that's going to make him a very good player in the NHL. He's got 12 points this year. So,
All right.
what do you think?
I like that analysis. I think that's totally fair. But
Okay.
I think it's way too soon to judge. Bedard.
Stud. Just scored a
All right.
Michigan.
Yeah, there's not much to say. I mean, is it too soon? Because,
No, it's 20 games, but he's still done it.
all right. Well, let's rank the superstar tiers right now.
Okay, so I think you gotta go.
You gotta go
This is a hot
Ovi
take.
Crosby.
This is a hot take.
Whoa.
McDavid, Crosby, Ovi,
Oh my. Okay.
McKinnon,
Okay.
Kane, Stammer, Matthews. He's the
Wow. How are we ranking these guys?
best players.
Okay. Sure. Fine.
Yeah, we hope to see you in the next one. Comment down below what you think, any thoughts, anything, honestly. Okay? And get out of here, please. Go do stuff in your life. Bye!
Bye.